Hi, prayer warriors. Welcome to another session of the Breeze Prayer Network. I'm so thankful that you took this time out to join me today. And I want to just share some uplifting words of encouragement and then the importance of finding our purpose. I know there was one person or a saying that is so true that there are two important days of most important days of your life: the day that you were born and then the day that you find out why. So today we're going to talk about what happens when you do not know, and I guess you make assumptions on what your purpose is, and or even if you know and you maybe run from it. I'm going to kind of glean from the story of Jonah because it is a very, very perfect example of what happens or what can happen when you run from your God-given assignment or your purpose and your true assignment given to you from the Most High. So today I'm going to go into the book of Jonah, and I'm just going to encourage you all, when you have a chance and opportunity, to take some time out and read this particular book of the Bible. It'll really open your eyes as to the importance of finding your purpose and actually getting there and being there and really truly embracing it. So Jonah chapter 1, and we're going to go to verse 1, chapter 1. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, "Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out against it, for their wickedness has come up before me." But Jonah arose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare and went down into it to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. So he ran from the presence of the Lord. I guess he wasn't too fond about what he was instructed to do. So he ran. So let's see what happened. The storm at sea. But the Lord sent out a great wind on the sea, and there was a mighty tempest on the sea, so that the ship was about to be broken up. Then the mariners were afraid, and every man cried out to his God and threw the cargo that was in the ship into the sea to lighten the load. But Jonah had gone down into the lowest parts of the ship, had lain down and fast asleep. So the captain came to him and said to him, "What do you mean, sleeper? Arise, call on your God. Perhaps your God will consider us so that we may not perish." And they said to one another, "Come, let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this trouble has come upon us." So they cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. Then they said to him, "Please tell us, for whose cause is this trouble upon us? What is your occupation, and where do you come from? What is your country, and of what people are you?" So he said to them, "I am a Hebrew, and I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land." Then the men were exceedingly afraid and said to him, "Why have you done this?" For the men knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord, because he had told them. Then they said to him, "What shall we do to you, that the sea may be calm for us?" For the sea was growing more tempestuous. And he said to them, "Pick me up and throw me into the sea. Then the sea will become calm for you. For I know that this great tempest is because of me." Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to return to land, but they could not, for the sea continued to grow more tempestuous again. Therefore they cried out to the Lord and said, We pray, O Lord, please do not let us perish for this man's life, and do not charge us with innocent blood. For you, O Lord, have done as it pleased you. So they picked up Jonah and threw him into the sea, and the sea ceased from its raging. Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly and offered a sacrifice of the Lord and took vows. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Then Jonah prayed to the Lord his God from the fish's belly, and he said, I cried out to the Lord because of my affliction, and he answered me. Out of the belly of Sheol I cried, and you heard my voice. For you cast me into the deep, into the heart of the seas, and the floods surrounding me. All your billows and your waves passed over me. Then I said, I have been cast out of your sight, yet I will look again towards your holy temple. The waters surrounded me even to my soul. The deep closed around me. Weeds were wrapped around my head. I went down to the mooring of the mountains. The earth with its bars closed behind me forever. Yet you have brought up my life from the pit, O Lord, my God. And so I'm going to stop right there. And when you have a chance, continue on reading. But I want to use that scenario to show that when you are not in your rightful place, not only do you impact yourself, but you also impact others. Many times people are wondering, I wonder why I'm dealing with certain issues. And yes, you may be doing what's right, but who's in your company? Are you in the company of those who are running from the call of God in their lives? That's a question to be had. So if you are experiencing, you want this type of thing, you want to go to God and really, really take stock on your life and the lives around you. And so I'm going to kind of give you an example, like in my own situation. God was calling me to teach, and I was not, it wasn't that I didn't want to do it, but I was in fear. And so I had allowed fear to, kind of take hold in my life, because I didn't feel like I was going to be good enough. There were all kinds of like doubts, self-doubts that I may have had and that I had at that time. And I would try to blend in, you try to blend in with everybody else and do what everybody else is doing. But then when it comes to that point where God points his finger at you and says, you, I want you to do this. And you're like, not me. No, I don't feel like I'm really qualified. Then certain things in life are going to take place to push you into where you're supposed to be. And one example of this, I knew I was supposed to be teaching this class, but I just kept ignoring it. I kept trying to be a good student, but you can't be a student when God said for you to be the teacher, right? So eventually things began to happen. People around me started having experiences in their own lives because they were a part of helping me be out of what God wanted me to be. So I would you go to a class. I'm going to give you an example. The Lord told you to teach this class, but you came in as a student knowing that God said you're supposed to be up there teaching, but you came in as a student, irregardless of what you heard God said. So you walk into class, things just start going a mess. The sound system goes out. The teacher, she ends up getting attacked. All kinds of things start going wrong. The class can't even be completed, and they're wondering what's going on. And then you realize, you don't think it's you, but you kind of maybe sense it's because you're sitting in there trying to be a student of a in a class that you're supposed to be teaching, and then you realize, well, maybe I'll get up, and then as soon as you get up and leave with your disobedience, then the music starts and everything goes back to normal again. The music plays, well, the teacher's free. She's not getting attacked anymore. She's having, people are getting what they came for because the disobedience has left the room. So I'm just putting this before many of you because this is for the remnant and those who have ears to hear. Your disobedience is not about you. It's about other people as well. And if you are not in your place of assignment, not only will your life be difficult, but there are people that your assignment is attached to, and their lives are going to be difficult. And they will be wondering why things aren't working, and it's because you're missing. So take this message to heart and really, really seek the Lord. And whatever it is he shows you, embrace it, because he knows what's best, and he knows why he gave you the assignment. He knows why he brought you here to this earth and why you were born. And so you want to not only find out your purpose, but fulfill it. So just wanted to come in with this word for you all. And the Jonah effect is when your disobedience impacts the world in a negative way. So you want to get out of agreement or out of the Jonah effect and get into your purpose so that not only you can be free, but those that you are assigned to can be free as well. So thank you all for joining me today, and I look forward to spending another session with you again next time. Feel free to send messages, or if you want to need a prayer request or anything, and then also join in on some of the previous prayer sessions that we have uploaded here today. So thank you again, and I just appreciate you all, and I'm sending prayers of love and support to everyone, and wishing you all a wonderful, happy day. So thank you, and find your purpose and get there.